said I got to say something, baby, hand me the mic. I said I got to say something, better hand me the mic. Somebody hand me a mic. Cause I got to say something, so just hand me a mic. When I need to say something, better hand me the mic. I said I got to say something, better hand me the mic.
These dogs and puppies, they are like newborns, but they are hairier and they are fucking faster.
Well, look, I couldn't stand up and say I know about the newborn thing.
Oh, that's fair.
But, yeah, listen.
I'm quite surprised at how hard it's been, actually, to be fair. Like...
So you've got a dog?
Yeah, we got a dog 5 weeks ago.
What kind?
Cockapoo.
Oh.
It's called Roy.
Roy the Cockapoo.
He's fucking gorgeous.
Is he?
He's, like, I'm probably biased. I'm acting like I gave birth to him. Like, when people say how beautiful he is, I'm like, oh my God, I know. And I'm taking full credit for him. But look at the state of him.
Look at the state of him.
Look at the fucking clip of it. I just love him so much. It just makes me, aggressive cute. You're like, trying to squeeze his little face off. But he's hard work.
When you speak to him, do you use a silly voice?
Yes. Right.
Could we hear your silly dog voice?
Right.
Why?
Right.
Why?
Right.
Like that.
Yeah.
Do you not go high pitched?
No. He's actually really quiet as well. I've heard him bark once.
Do you know, cockapoos, they're the ones you want, innit? They don't molt and all that, innit?
They don't molt.
Is that what it is?
Fucking fussy bastards, though.
Are they?
Oh my God, food-wise, it's a nightmare. Like, we gave him some chicken and he acted like it was the best thing since sliced bread or sliced chicken. And then, literally, he's gone off it the next day.
How long have you had Roy?
5 weeks.
And he's how old?
He is now 14 weeks old.
Oh, so you got him at... Yeah,
we got him literally right. I decided to get him... I'd sent Scott to a retreat for the weekend.
Right.
Not because he was doing me head or anything. And then on the Sunday, I was due to get a puppy from my friend... And I just got into my head that I wanted a brown cockapoo. I know it's a bit shallow. You shouldn't really want a particular type of dog and a colour and everything like that.
Should.
But I just couldn't get this image out of my head. And then I ended up going on these like all adoption websites and stuff. And I thought, I just want to find this brown cockapoo. And I thought, right, it's not happening. Just get on with it. You're getting this for your friend's dog. It's all good. And then I went on Facebook and someone that I don't even know how I've got on posted a photo of Roy and it was a brown cockapoo. And it was the last boy and someone had changed their mind on him last minute. Oh. And he was here with us the next day. I rang Scott and I was like, we're getting a dog.
Did you pay for him?
Yeah.
You don't need to let him out. But did you get the guilt when
rescue situation? Yeah, I felt massively guilty. Yeah.
As you're walking around with your £1,000.
Well, you know what? I don't have time to feel guilty because he takes up all of it.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to fart anymore. Like, the dog literally... I've got a napping schedule with him.
Right.
So he's awake for an hour and then he's asleep for 2, awake for an hour, sleep for 2.
Right. So it is like a baby.
We've gone full on with the training as well.
Do you work from home?
Yeah.
Full time?
Yeah.
See, that's how you've tricked the system there.
I know. I've completely fucked the system.
It wouldn't be possible, would it, if you were full time?
I don't get me wrong. Like, I appreciate people want to get dogs, but I think if someone's going to get a dog, I wasn't fully aware of how much time it actually takes up of your life. Like, it is fucking so hard. I get overstimulated sometimes, and I'm trying to be on a Zoom call with a client. Roy's like sniffing my foot, and then he starts crying. I'm like, what do you want? And they can't talk to you.
No.
They can't fucking say anything. So he's looking at me, and he's like, with his snout. And I'm like, I ain't got a fucking clue what you want, mate. Give him a chicken foot. He goes to town on that for a little bit, and then he's crying again. And it's just like, oh my God.
Are you overly, like, what? No, not the word's not protective, but like overly cautious?
I would die for Roy.
Do you know what?
I would die for him.
Come to think of it, like, with what we're about to talk about, Nictriction, right? Mm-hmm. Nutrition and that.
Yeah.
You must be bang on the dog nutrition. Please don't tell me you're just giving it sweets.
I wouldn't fucking dare.
Right, I was going to say.
We went for Sunday dinner on Sunday, right? And the guy waiter came over, and I'm a bit thingy about people coming over to him because he's really excited. He wants to say hello to everyone, which I appreciate. He's cute as fuck. He wants to show that off. And the guy came over and he gave him a biscuit. And I was like, what's in that biscuit? Do you know what I mean? So I'm a little bit thingy. And one of my clients asked in my group chat this morning, because a dog's got something wrong with its leg, like joint pain and stuff. And she was like, what can I give my dog? And I gave her like a list of everything, like for his omega-3s, all that kind of stuff. So I'm homed in. But Roy is a fussy bastard. And it hasn't actually wavered with him that I'm going to be helping him food-wise either. He's just not interested.
To be honest, Nick, I respect it because I was full of the big ideas. Like in my little movie, right? My little movie, like the dog, you know them places you can go online where like you get real meat and like you've seen them, these specialist dog
Oh,
food.
like raw dog food, butternut box and stuff like that.
Fam, I've seen some of them. They're giving them rabbit ears, like
I
full.
give them rabbit ears. They're really good to deworm them naturally.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because the dewormers from the vets can actually fuck the dog's gut up a little bit.
Yeah.
So you got to be a bit careful with that. But they can
Yeah.
naturally deworm them. He lights up for a rabbit ear.
Well, I was full of that. I was on
He
that
makes
train.
flight, like he jumps. it's fucking off it. It's like a rabbit.
Right.
Looking after a rabbit's ear.
Yeah.
He's so awesome, I love him.
Yeah. Well, after day 2, he was on bacon and eggs with me, like so.
See, we crack on a morning. He loves an egg. So what we do is we throw it up in the air and it cracks in the garden and he eats the whole thing because it's obviously got loads of calcium in the shell as well. You're meant to give them the shell. But he'll sometimes get it in his mouth and run through the house and I'm like, no, Roy! And it's just my neighbours must think I've lost the fucking plot. I'm just constantly shouting at Roy.
To be fair, you couldn't do it any other way, could you? Like
No.
with sort of your shtick, like you couldn't be seen to be sharing a pack of Haribos with Roy,
Oh
could
my
you?
God, no.
Do you know that's the
Definitely
thing?
not.
Like I have packs of Haribos upstairs, and I literally was running in here. Oh, everyone can have some Haribos, and I was like, oh, it's Nick. Oh, yeah. I was thinking, oh, well.
You know what it is, right? I'm not being funny, but I'll go to Morrison's and people will see me and they've maybe got like a crate of like, I don't know, Monster or something, or they've got like a cake and they're like, it's not for me, Nick. And I'm like, I'm not the police. Like, I didn't invent this food. I'm not going to start judging you for your shopping trips, you know what I mean? But people literally get quite worried when they see me now, which is really strange.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's really odd. Like, obviously, last time I was on here, I think I'd only been running the company for 2 months. Now it's been nearly a year.
Yeah. Nick, like, little secret, right? Listen, like, secret time, right? No one's listening.
Okay.
It's just me
Well,
and you.
they're technically not yet because it hasn't actually gone online.
Yeah, no. Just imagine, right? It's just me and you,
Okay.
right? Scott's not here. Southpaw's not here. Right.
Sorry, Southpaw.
When no one's looking, right? Do you sometimes have some naughty food?
Nah.
What, swear
Hand
down
on
dead?
heart, like, I know pretend that Scott's not here.
Yeah.
But we're gonna he won't lie for me.
Like, do you not just secretly, like, when no one's looking, just think, here, fucking just stick a
Can you
big...
imagine? I'm sat there like down in Cancer Monster and like going knee deep in a fucking cake.
Just,
Generally don't.
you don't even get that no more.
Nah. I've changed my gut microbiome.
That sounds posh.
I've learnt that word in the last year since we haven't seen each other for.
I like it.
But I've literally changed it so, which what I teach my clients, which we'll go into, rather than giving them a diet where they're maybe having a little bit in moderation, which I don't like. I don't like the whole moderation shit. Rather than doing that, rather than restricting the food,
Right.
change the gut microbiome and they don't fucking want it anymore.
Right.
It's very strange, but trust me, it really does work. Because I used to be a fucking slag for a Squares bar. I used to absolutely love a Squares bar.
Respect.
Now, I generally don't want one.
Right.
Like, I generally don't want one.
A gut microbiome. Mm-hmm. Tell me what a gut microbiome is for those that don't know.
Your gut, basically, you've got 2 brains. One's in your head, one's in your gut.
Right.
So when people say trust your gut, it generally means like your gut. When you feel sad or happy and so, it's dependent on your gut because your gut makes your serotonin.
Right.
So when you go to the doctors and they're like, oh, it's a chemical imbalance in your brain, which is making you feel sad, it's more than likely in your gut.
Right. So those evenings when no one's there, and I'm torn between the salmon that I've got in the fridge, right, and there's that little voice in my head that just says, Godfathers, 464592.
I've already seen the leaflet on there with the best palmo in Darlow.
So that's actually my gut telling me that. That's the voice.
Yeah.
It's coming up from up there, yeah?
Yeah, swear
the
down.
parmesan.
Like a gut gremlin.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
If you go on a bit of a cleanse with it and you stop eating the crap, because the thing is the food companies know what they're doing because the more people eat it, the more they're going to want it.
How long does it take, though?
I'd probably say, realistically, if you do it properly, about 10 days.
So if you eat literally clean as a whistle for 10 days, you will reset, thereabouts, you will reset this gut microbiome.
Yeah.
And okay, let's say once I do reset this gut microbiome, that means, I assume, I'll be less tempted.
100%. Yeah.
Right. And you'll begin to not crave those things no more. As much.
Because it's not about... It's a bit of a weird one. So basically, when you want something sweet, it's not because you're bored. I know there's a lot of quotes online that say you're eating out of boredom. It's not. It's either you're lacking in magnesium, which make you crave chocolate and stuff like that. But there's 1 in 3 adults that are deficient in magnesium anyway. Or your insulin's high.
Right.
If you've got high insulin.
Okay. Well, let's do an intro. I'm going to touch into this.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry.
Because I'm interested. And I don't want to go too far. I don't want to get deep into this without doing the southpaw. We rolling.
We are rolling, yes.
We are
Oh,
rolling.
okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're rolling. We're back. People like us, thank you for watching. All that good stuff. You'll never guess who's back.
Oh, shalom.
Nicola Patterson, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo.
Hi.
Woo!
Yay!
Here she is.
Welcome back.
So, help us out, Nick. Last time you were here, you were a few months into Nictriction.
Yes.
Yeah, and just remind the international viewers, if you can say it in any other language, that's good. We get views from all over. What exactly is Nictrition?
So it is helping people, not just, I don't want to be seen as like a weight loss coach. It is completely just changing the lifestyle, the way they look at food, the way they, just the health, keeping the mind healthy as well as the gut and everything to do with that sort of spectrum of stuff. Since we last spoke, I've gone into things like PCOS, endometriosis, mental health, worked with people with cancer, done kind of the full broad spectrum. I've been quite busy.
Right.
But it's been lovely.
Okay.
But I've realised that there's a lot more of eating well than meets the eye.
Yeah, you said
Like
a lot.
a hell of a lot more.
You said a lot more there than just eating. Sounds like a combination of like nutrition. It sounds like life coaching. It seems like
Yeah, you end up being a little bit of a therapist, which I quite like.
yeah, probably touching on like a little bit like mental health support, shit like that.
Yeah.
Like addiction coach, basically, if that's even a thing. Is that a thing, self-born, an addiction
I think
coach?
it probably is, to be fair.
I'd
we were
imagine
talking about
so.
self-pause addiction last time, weren't we?
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah.
I
How
also,
are you-
I
how are you
still
doing
don't
with that?
have a heroin addiction. Thank you very much, sir.
It's a functioning one, isn't
Yeah.
it? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, yeah,
Functioning.
yeah,
A high functioning, to be fair.
Very good, guys. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Yeah, so 2 months in, last time you were here, it all sounded very, very exciting.
Yeah.
By the sounds of it, it's flying now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, start from the beginning. Tell us where it was and where it's got to.
Well, I think when we last spoke, to be fair, I don't want to toot my own horn. I think there's a difference between having like a big ego and just being quite confident in what you're doing.
Nothing wrong with ego, Nick.
No, there isn't, to be fair, but I still want to stay a little bit grounded at the same time. I'm nothing particularly special. I'm not Jesus with tits. However, I think if you really believe in what you're doing and you're pure of heart with it, you can fucking do anything you want to do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely fucking anything. As long as you're not hurting anyone, fucking absolutely crack on with it. I'm going to be talking tonight as well about, because I've just started a new business up, but it's collaborating with this one. It's sort of the same thing. And I haven't actually told anyone about it yet. So I'm really excited.
Can I guess what it is?
Oh, yeah, try and guess. This will be a fun game.
So funny, if I get it right, we are connected in the mind.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to just keep on saying it.
Yeah. When I was driving from the gym to here, I was like, oh, Nicola Patterson's coming back on. I was like, oh, she's fun. I like this. And then I was thinking, so, running it through my head. Oh, what we're going to talk about? Oh, yeah. And, all started coming back to me. Oh, yeah.
Like Celine Dion.
Nictriction. Yeah, it's all coming back.
That's the fucker.
So, and then I thought, oh, yeah, Nictrition. That was it. And I thought, oh, do you know what she should do? I thought she should do meal preps. She should actually do food for people. But I was in my head, literally, I wrote your business model. I was like, the thing is, to do it, you need like a proper kitchen, you need people. And I thought, no, Dan, what you do is you start really small, right? And then you get some, you know what I mean? You make it like high demand. You do a bit like Brownie Points Kitchen sort of thing, like that with the brownies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's only limited amount, shit like that. They're always sold out.
Well, they did that with salt as well, didn't they? They
did
said
that
it
with
was
salt.
only a certain amount. It makes people want it more.
Yeah. It's hard. I mean, it is hard.
Oh, of course it is. You've got to have a good fucking product.
No, I mean, salt. I'm still trying to get, often I can't get one.
Oh, I've had one. I've had one, and it was unreal. I was massively hungover, but it was absolutely gorgeous.
I mean, Five Guys is better.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it was really
So, that was the business model I wrote for you.
not far off.
Okay, tell me.
Not far off. So, me and my friend, do you know Axel Williamson? He's Axel Tucker.
I know of him.
Yeah, very good friend of mine. I've known him for years. Used to be a bit wrong like I did. He has done a bit of a U-turn with his life as well, and he's a completely different person to what he was. We had a bit of a conversation because when I started doing what I'm doing, I realised that there isn't actually that much access to good food in Darlow.
Right.
Do you want to go and get like something nice for your lunch? Can you think of places you could be able to go?
Well, you are right. On a night, if ever, because takeaways aren't always just because you're craving bad food. It's also a time thing.
Oh, 100%.
Tonight, I'm going to get home after I've walked the dog and stuff. It's going to be 9:30. There's nothing in the fridge. What's a man to do?
It's a convenience.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If, I'm telling you now, if I could go on Just Eat or something like that, and there was a way for me to get healthy food, fresh, of course, not something ratty, but something fresh brought to my door for the same money, I'd buy it straight away.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking?
So basically, me and Ax had a bit of a conversation. It went about 15 different ways because my brain's like a fucking PowerPoint with loads of different tabs open. And I was like, look, I want to open a cafe. And he was like, yeah, that's good. Because obviously all my clients have had since I started, about 200 people.
200 people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Love that.
It's been really good, to be fair. I'm very grateful. Like, I don't know why I've been so fucking successful, but I don't know. It's been good. But
Well, you must be doing something right.
I know, exactly. I think a lot of it's energy, though. And putting the right energy out there, because you get a tenfold back, don't you?
Vibes and that.
Yeah. So all my clients are regularly giving meal inspirations. They're always sending me what they make, and the group chats always pinging loads of different teas and stuff like that, and they always look fucking banging. So I was like, I would love to have something that people could actually go and just get some nice food. Like, you know what you're ordering. It's not overly expensive. And because there was Fit Fresh and Darlow for ages, wasn't there? And that was decent. Like, it was lovely. I missed the steak boxes. They were lovely then.
What happened to Fit Fresh?
I don't know. It turned into a sandwich shop.
You did it?
Yeah, but then it disappeared completely. It was very strange.
Yeah, because you would imagine that was a successful business.
The thing is, it was doing really well, and it was right on the way to college.
Genius.
So all the college kids were like, "Oh, I'm going to get some steak." Like, they were just doing it all day. So I'm not sure where it went, and it was really good.
Do you have a business? Thinking about starting one? Dash, the bespoke web design and branding experts. When you have a business that needs a professional online presence, when your current website is starting to look a little outdated and tired, when you have an idea and want to see it brought to life online, that's where Dash can help. Dash create bespoke websites built around your business and its requirements, from exceptional e-commerce stores to sell your products online, to beautiful brochures showcasing who you are and what you do. The team at Dash will become an extension of your business. You'll be assigned a dedicated team who will help guide and advise from the initial design brief all the way to the website launch. Not only that, Dash provide full aftercare to carry out any changes, alterations or updates quickly and efficiently. It's like having your very own personal web development team 365 days a year. Dash understands that in today's world, the right online image, exposure and representation is the key to success. Book in a free, no obligation consultation with one of their experts today to see how Dash can make your online vision an online reality. Just visit www.dashmedia.co.uk or search Dash Media on Google to find out more. Dash, the bespoke website and branding experts.
So I was saying to Axel, I was like, I want to open a cafe. We looked at the figures and stuff, and we were like, realistically, I'd look at a few buildings in town, and there was the one that used to be that little cafe on the corner, the old cups of tea and that. Mildred's. I've just made up Mildred. I'm not sure who the fuck she is. It was, on the corner as you're looking at the market
loads of
square.
corners, Nick.
I know there's so many Mildreds. It was on Betty's or something.
Betty's? Corner? Help me.
Right, so you know Boot and Shoe.
Boot and Shoe.
Yeah.
The landmark of Darlow. Yeah.
It's awesome, isn't it? Boot and Shoe. And then you walk up, and on the corner there was that cafe, and it used to do all the old-fashioned tea cups and stuff like that.
Where you mean?
Yeah, so I used
Right.
to walk past there. I stalked it a little bit, and I was like, interesting. This could work.
Location, brilliant.
Yeah, amazing location, but the overheads would be absolutely fucking
I'll
extortionate.
tell you what is a chew. Parking.
Well, this is it. People want to run in and grab stuff. That's why the pasta shop does so well, because people are parking outside and running and grabbing it. Plus, it's fucking awesome. Love the pasta shop. Veronica's awesome. So we went back and forth with it, and I said, well, why don't we get a burger van? Because then we're not spending an absolute shitload of money. We can take it to things like Hardwick Live. That'll be good. We can get a trailer. Scott can drive it. Awesome. Hadn't even asked them that yet, but we were like, but we need a good location. So long story short, we ended up going to the council and asking for a really prime location. Very, very long story short, they've given me a cafe, but this cafe is attached to a nursery.
Okay.
So basically, they've asked me, because they've been watching what I've been doing, because I don't just focus on the clients, I focus on their kids, because I think one of the worst things someone can do is be sat away from their family at tea time with a fucking Tupperware box eating something completely different to the family. I want people to be sat around the fucking table eating the same scran that's good for everyone. So I've worked with quite a lot of children over the past year as well, help with skin conditions, ADHD, autism, that kind of stuff. I know that certain foods inflame the brain, make symptoms a lot worse. So basically the council have given me the opportunity to rewrite this nursery's food. So the menu is mine.
No fucking way.
Swear down.
Swear down.
Swear down. 70 kids a day, 5 days a week.
What? That's mammoth task.
I know.
That's a mammoth task.
Mate, I've got staff. I've never even had stuff before.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen.
Crazy.
Do you know what I mean?
That's amazing. Good on
Do you
you.
know, like, you literally took me off course what I was thinking there. Like, right, okay, so, shit, you can't have a day off.
I mean, I don't have a day off now.
No.
I was like, oh, you know what it is? Like, it's good to go from the 9 to 5 to this, but I actually work more. Like, I'm on my phone so much.
No, like, come to think of it, the council, like, they'll be all over. If you went to them and you were talking about a burger van, you probably wouldn't have had no time for you at all.
Well, they gave me Stanhope Park, so I've got Stanhope Park for the pitch. I'm doing the burger van as well.
Genius.
Yeah, because it's right at the college and stuff like that. But I want this to be, because obviously I'm very aware that I know that it's not a lot of parents. I don't want to sound patronising. I mean, I am a parent. I have Roy. But, like, people are just not educated in food.
No.
And it's really sad because these kids are growing up and they're eating so much crap. And it's not because they're bad parents, because they obviously love the kids, but it's a case of they just don't know. Whereas this, I've got the chance now to write I've actually written the menu anyway. The nursery manager fucking loves it.
Try and keep this here, Nick.
You are?
Try and keep this here.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, they absolutely love it. But now I've got the chance to feed these kids lunch and tea. And I want to get the data from when it starts. So look at the obesity levels, look at the behaviour levels, and compare it. And it's going to be, I think the papers are getting involved as well. And then we can put it as a thing for the full district. So it'll be an option for all schools to get involved.
Jesus.
I know.
Jesus.
Do you want me to sign your shoe?
Yes, please.
Right. So, like, lunch and dinner for these kids?
Yeah.
So, obviously, long time since I was Is it a nursery? Or
Yeah, so it's a nursery. I've got babies and I've got up to the age of 6, I think.
Right, okay.
It's one of the biggest nurseries in the northeast.
Okay, so these kiddie wings are getting dropped off, what, 9 a.m.-ish, 8 a.m.-ish?
Yeah, so there is a little bit of a breakfast club, which I'm going to look at, but I've also asked as well, and they're really up for it. I'm going to do a seminar with,
No way.
a seminar with the parents and the staff to teach them what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be overseeing the full thing, making sure the staff are like interacting with the kids, making sure they're eating it. If they don't like it, what can we do to change it?
Right.
But I went to go and visit it the other day and looked in the kitchen, and it's all there. Like, I've got everything. I'm just renting it off them. They're paying me to obviously feed the kids, so we're using that money to put into the business.
Right.
So I've got a fully functioning kitchen there as well.
Yeah, because technically with a business like that, you're not literally like selling one thing at a time. Obviously,
No.
you're getting paid a fee. You've got one client, that's a council.
Yeah.
Basically, you've got one client there.
Yeah. But we are opening to the public, though, after the first month.
Right.
And we're going to do Sunday dinners.
No way.
Love a good Sunday dinner.
Wow.
I'm a bit of a Sunday dinner snob.
They're good for you though, right?
Oh, they're fucking amazing. It's one of the best things you can eat.
But, like,
if you make it right,
What about Yorkshire puddings though?
you can make a good Yorkshire pudding.
What's missing? What goes in a good Yorkshire pudding that doesn't go in a... You know what I'm saying?
Arrowroot powder.
Pardon?
Arrowroot powder.
Right.
It's derived from a root vegetable, but it's unflavoured.
Sounds like it goes in a gun.
It also can do that.
Right.
Eggs, double cream, cheese, beef dripping.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah. Now, how does that differ from a normal one?
Well, the other one's probably got like vegetable oil and shit in it, and
Right.
it's probably full of gluten, and it can inflame a lot of people. It can cause a lot of problems. But you make them that way, they taste a bit and they rise, like that Gabrielle song. They're just amazing. They're
Yeah.
really good.
Right.
My clients buzz off them. They're always sending me pictures of the Yorkshire puddings. I'm like, go on, lass.
You've been busy, Nick.
I am so tired.
You've been busy. Never. Like,
I'm just trying to understand, first of all, let's
Okay.
rewind for 1 second.
Yes, we can
So
do that.
amazing news with the nursery.
Thank
but
you.
that's 70 kids, 5 times a week.
Yeah.
Even if it was just one meal a day, that's 350 meals a week.
Yeah.
It's a lot of meals.
I've hired 2 staff, 2 chefs.
2 staff, right?
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, it's a lot for them, isn't it?
I know.
What's that menu looking like? Are you able to say?
I've written up like a bit of a draft that I've sent to...
It's completely your creation. They've given you no guidelines, no like must-haves. It's literally 100% yours.
Yeah.
Right.
I've got to go with, there's a new Ofsted regulation list about portion. To be fair, the new guidelines are actually, I'm quite impressed with them. It's like, you don't make a kid finish their food on the plate, because that can actually cause a lot of problems when they're older. If you're making a kid finish and making them feel bad for not... Because kids have got little fucking bellies. Like, we were trying to make Roy eat. Keep bringing Roy up. I'm so sorry, I miss him. It's been an hour.
It's a good template to work with.
It's been an hour.
Yeah.
But
You
we're
should've
like
brought him.
making him eat, and he's fucking small. Do you know what I mean? He might grow up with an eating disorder or something if we making him eat all the time.
So what you're saying, that whole... Remember when you were kids? I assume this was the same for everybody else in the room. Like, you were not made, let's say, encouraged to eat your vegetables.
Yeah.
And leave, like, have the chips last sort of thing. You know, well, it wasn't really veg, really. It was like beans. You know, eat the beans. It's good for you. There's fibre in them. To be fair, my mum still says that now. But
Eat your beans, Dan.
yeah, there's fibre in them. But so we're not to do that. Is that right?
No.
Right.
No.
Okay.
It's because
what-
if you're making a kid feel bad for not finishing their food, they might not be hungry anymore. Do you know what I mean? And don't offer them a reward by saying there's a chocolate bar afterwards if you finish it.
So what's the key then? Do you just like make sure, like obviously in the old days of
In
like
yesteryear.
in times gone by, that whole thing of eat your vegetables first, that's because the veg was apparently good for you, and the chips weren't, and the chicken dippers weren't so much good for you. Is the trick to like put everything on the plate that is veg, basically, or as good as?
Yeah, I mean, I think what we're going to do, I'm going to look at portion control.
Okay.
Because you don't know sometimes what these kids are getting fed at home. It could be, well, it's probably going to be quite different. But I'm still in a bit of shock. It's just kind of been confirmed the last couple of weeks. So I'm just
Really?
a bit like, oh, this is mental.
This is getting real.
It's fucking divvy, honestly. I'm fucking so excited.
Do you think that like it's like talking about it like it's not real yet? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
I
oh,
don't
this is
feel
really
like
cool.
I feel like I've had. I mean, because of that wall as well. I feel like I've had some mushrooms. Like
Yeah.
I'm literally sat here and I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
opening a cafe and I'm on it. That wall's off it, by the way. Why did you bring that with you?
Listen, it was better than it was before. It's a cupboard.
It's fair.
Yeah, that's a comms cupboard.
A cupboard is making me lose my mind. Yeah, it's just all been an absolute whirlwind. But I'm just pleased I'm getting recognised for doing something that isn't just a calorie counting weight loss coach.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You're kind of at a point like that, and that is an achievement. Like that, that's you're getting. I won't say rewarded, but like you've obviously been doing something really, really good to be getting sort of. Is the word accepted? Did you get accepted for that? Is that the word?
Maybe given the opportunity.
There you go. You're better with words than me. Given the opportunity to do it, but you've done it in such a short period of time.
I know, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
How long's Nictriction been running since day one?
August last year.
So not even a year.
I know.
Not even a year, and you're already in a nursery with
Yeah.
70 kids.
I know.
70 kids.
I know. But I've got me 2 chefs in the house, and one of them's actually my client. So I'm excited for that because she knows how good this food is and she feeds the kids it. And I think the biggest achievement for me has been not only helping one person in the family. I always say to people, when you join up, you'll pay the same amount, and I want to help the whole family. Because it sounds cliche and like, I didn't do this for the money ever.
You didn't.
No, like freedom from not working 9 to 5 and work more, but you get such a nice sense of purpose. I think purpose in life is to leave a positive imprint.
Yeah.
If you can do anything, leave a positive fucking imprint, help someone. It doesn't cost anything. So the thing for me that's been the biggest achievement is helping whole families and like getting the kids into steak. I've got people getting the kids steak and eggs and they're actually asking for it.
The thing
That's
is,
mint that.
yeah, there's a lot of things. I was going to ask you, obviously, you're now in the industry, I guess, so your opinion is probably, more valid than most. Like, kids, for the most part, are eating crap.
Of course they are.
Like, probably I would say, like 3/4 of kids aren't probably more,
there's some children in this country that their diet is 80% processed food.
Yeah.
There's a boat, actually, bit of fact for you. There's a boat that goes from Brazil to this really tiny island in Brazil, and that island only gets food off this boat. This boat is sponsored by Nestle. Arseholes.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I know. So all they eat is off this boat. 80% of the kids on that island have diabetes.
80%?
80%.
All obese and...
Yeah.
Right.
No necks. Awful. Why did I've got word vomit, me, honestly. It's awful. So professional.
Zero
but I just
necks.
think it's diabolical. Like, and the thing is, people now attach food as a reward system with their kids. So if you do this, you get a chocolate bar. And then their kid is going to attach doing something good to go and getting some crap food. I'm not saying never give your kids... Actually, you know what? There's nothing wrong with never giving your kids a chocolate bar because there's always a better alternative that's probably going to benefit them a hell of a lot more.
It's just hard though, Nick, in the real world.
I know it is. In this world it is, of course it is.
Like if you live in a village, right, in the middle of Norway, right, where you're just secluded from everybody else, everything you eat, there's a village of 1,000 people, 70 of them are kids. And in their little school parish, right, all they have is
to be Amish.
the fresh fish, and they don't see anything else. But in the real world is what I'll call it, if that's the right word. There's kids selling Snickers at school.
I know. There was a tuck shop at my school.
And you know what? Like, I know kids, I remember there was always that one kid at school that didn't eat sweets and was like bang on it. Like, obviously their parents were like really pushing the healthy stuff.
Yeah.
But they ended up just being like excluded from the group because they were just odd.
I don't like that.
I know, and that's the thing. Like,
I mean, I was excluded because I was odd, not because I was just eating salad. I was just fucking weird. I had a fucking fringe. My mum just cut my hair with a ball.
Hey, school haircuts, eh?
Honestly.
Corkers then, weren't there? Proper corkers. Remember the undercut? That was a beauty.
Short back and dickhead.
Yeah.
I had that as well.
What, the short back? The short back and dickhead. Beautiful.
No, I'm not. To be fair, I'm not saying don't ever give your children chocolate. But again, I go back to the reward system because.
Let me help you out with that.
Sorry, I'm really bad with this microphone.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm just move around a lot.
Yeah. Animated.
I'm very animated. But I'm not saying never give your kids stuff like that. However, maybe with the reward system and stuff, maybe treat them to like a fucking, I don't know, a day out or something. Do you know what I mean? Or a fishing trip or badminton.
If you eat your vegetables, you can have a celery. Is that what it is? Is that how it
Here's
should
this
be?
beautiful raw carrot salad.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's gone past the point now where it's like there's children that, you know what, right? I heard this horrible fucking story and I don't even want to repeat it because it's awful, but I'm going to anyway.
Let's go.
Yeah. My friend was at the school gates and she overheard a woman talking to a friend saying that she's put her child, who is 12 years old, on the fucking skinny jab because he is overweight.
No.
Can we just take a moment
No.
to appreciate how fucked up this world is? Oh my God, it made I had to go and sit in a room on my own for 10 minutes and just breathe silently. That's what I mean. I know I sound extreme when I said don't give your kids chocolate, but that's because this fucking world has gone so much the other way. People are now injecting their children because they're putting that much weight on.
What's your view on that? A few people in my life have asked me about this jab. Tell us all about it. Preach it, Nick.
So, I actually ranted about it that much on social media that ITV got in touch with me and asked me to be on the TV and be interviewed about it because one of my clients, she had got in touch with me because she'd had this pen and she'd been really poorly off it, and then she got in touch with me and I helped her out and she's lost 5 stone and she feels amazing.
Without the jab?
Without the jab. Fucking skinny jab. Anyway, so they got in touch with me and they're like, oh, we'd love to hear your side of things. So I took a full day off, bought a new jumper.
Love it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
buy new clothes anymore. I was fucking livid. Bought a new jumper.
Where did you go? Did you have to go somewhere?
I had to leave the house and go to River Island. Oh, no, it was at mine.
At your house?
Yeah,
So,
so
the
they came
ITV
round.
people came round your house?
Yeah.
Camera,
That
mic.
was a bit of an offered situation. Yeah, it was a bit mental.
Bet you cleaned up for them.
You are?
You clean up for them. clean the house, all
That was
spotless.
before the dog came, so
I
everything
live-
was actually tidy.
I live like this all the time. Yes, my house is always spotless. Hello, would you like a cup of tea?
a cookbook on the side.
Oh, Scott. Scott, could you get the biscuits, please?
Would you like any couscous? I'll just get my butler to sort you out.
Yeah,
though. Yeah, so they came round, my client was there as well. And all day, mate, they got us to cook things. It was interviews, it was raged. And it was meant to go live the next day on the ITV 6 o'clock news. So I
my
fucking told
God.
everyone, mate, Liz from ITV, I don't mind saying this because I'm boiling at her. I don't care if she sees
How
this.
you doing, Liz?
Liz, not happy. We were pals, right? She texted me and she was like, oh, thank you so much for that. It was amazing. We'll reimburse you for the food you bought. It was £5.60. I was like, Liz, it's fine.
I'd have been saying, Liz, I've just done a one-a-reel, like. I've been saying, listen, this is dear.
I've spent 200
200 quid here.
on lettuce. Fuming. So anyway, we did the full thing, right? And then she rang me on the morning the next day and I told everyone, I don't get embarrassed easily, Dan.
No.
But I went red. So I was walking to town and she rang me. She went, Nicola, I'm so sorry. I was like, why?
Oh, Liz rang you?
Liz rang me.
She got your mobile number?
Oh, yeah, we were like that. Yeah. She had my email, mobile number. We were going to make her a friendship bracelet, a lot, me. So anyway, she rang me and she was like, I'm so sorry. I went, why, Liz? What's wrong? She went, we can't air the interview anymore. I went,
Oh, Liz, man.
I said, why, Liz? Why are you doing this to me? That morning, the NHS had rolled out a statement saying that they are officially giving this jab out as a reason for people. So my message of diet and exercise does not align with theirs, and they couldn't put my interview on the TV, but they could put my clients on basically saying that she got this jab and being really poorly. So what my thought process was, which actually turned into a bit of a positive because I hate the news anyway. I hate the fucking media. Don't like all that kind of stuff anyway. What my thought process was, the NHS do not want people buying this off the black market because that will make them any money. But getting it through the NHS fucking will, it'll make them a fortune. So rather than giving people solid advice about nutrition, they're just handing this out to people and it's really going to cause, I hate to think of the repercussions in a few years' time. It's the COVID jab in a nice sparkly dress.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Before
What
we go...
do you think about it?
What, the skinny jab? I have mixed feelings. So before we go any further, tut to the NHS and Liz. You know, you've let the side down there, Liz. You know, stand up for what you believe in.
I'm not angry, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, same. Same. I'm not angry, I'm disappointed. But this skinny jab, right? Before we get into that and all, the skinny jab itself, right? Do you know what? The thing is, Nick, what if you are on the larger side? Let's say you're dangerously large, right? And you've tried dieting for donkey's years. You know, you've tried to have a crack, thing. It didn't work for you either. You can't shift it, right? You're too embarrassed to go in the gym.
Yeah.
You know, you've
It goes hand in hand. I think a lot of people don't train because they don't feel confident, which I completely sympathise with.
Look, and some people just straight up, born idle. Born idle is actually it's a condition.
Yeah.
Born idle is a real thing.
Well, look, have you heard about that thing in your brain? So you've got a part of your brain, I want to say it's called the ATC, but I'm not entirely sure. Do not quote me on that. We'll find it later for you. People that have got a really big part of their brain, you can train it like a muscle. So the more you do things that you don't particularly want to do, like go to the gym really early, getting a cold shower, all them things that you don't want to do in the moment, but later on you will know you're going to benefit from it. The more you do shit like that, the more that part of your brain grows and the more disciplined you become over every single aspect of your life. So athletes, for instance, they have a massive part of the brain, but people that are quite lazy, theirs is quite small, so they don't have the get up and go that those other people do. Does that make sense?
It does.
So there is probably a lot of people that...
ATC is assistive technology for cognition. Does that sound right? Yeah.
There's a part of your brain and you can train it like a muscle. So I don't want to say that I'm like an athlete, but there is a lot of times in the week that I sometimes can't be fucking asked to go to the gym. I'm due on. Like, feel a bit rotten. You won't understand that feeling, but it's not nice.
Hey,
do you know what I mean?
Men have periods
it's
too, man.
You want to sit on the sofa and cry and watch Marley and Me, but you go anyway because you know that the you tomorrow is going to feel so much better after you've gone. And if you could bottle up that feeling of going to the gym after you've been, you'd fucking make a fortune because then people would kind of get it. But again, losing weight isn't just all about the gym. It's like 10% of it. It's the nutrition side of things.
I'm going to play devil's advocate. For the most part, I agree with everything you're saying, but I'm just, for the sake of this show, I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Yes, go on.
And what if there is somebody that is in that position, has tried everything for years, and it's really starting to become dangerous, for their health. They've maybe had a few scares and stuff, and, whatever. They are literally verging on diabetes or diabetic. Then I think if done correctly, can help. Because you know what I think? Again, I've never been huge, so I couldn't vouch for it. But like, what if you give one of these people who are in this position, right? What if you give them the skinny jab, right?
Yeah.
For 3 months, for 6 months, whatever, and they notice a difference, and they start to see, when you weigh 30 stone, 25 stone, 5 stone comes off you, you're going to notice a difference. You're going to see, like, it
and
drop.
the bigger you are, the faster it comes off anyway, because you've got more to lose. I've said this on a couple of videos that I've done. This thing was brought in as life-saving medication. So in those instances, if someone really has fucking tried and they are at the end of their fucking tether and they are, 25, 30 stone, you know what? It's something that I think, that might be a good idea. Yeah. But the problem is, now, every Tom, Dick and Harry are doing it because they want to lose £5 for Ibiza. That's what's pissing me off.
Yeah, I know a lady I go see regularly who does some of my, should we say grooming, let's say.
Oh, right, yeah.
Things to make me look good.
Yeah.
This lady could be 50 now, right? She wasn't fat, right? She wasn't fat at all. No. She looked like a healthy, 50-year-old lady. Yeah. She banged these jabs in her, I couldn't guess. She's maybe lost 1.5 stone, 2 stone. She's now like this. Yeah. Skin's hanging off her. Yeah. I won't name her. But yeah, she's lost weight. Now you're skinny. But she didn't need to. No, exactly. And, she has said, she now can't eat. She has no appetite. Exactly. And now she's having to force feed herself, The
problem is as well, when you lose weight on this jab, you lose fat, but you also lose your muscle.
Yeah, I've heard
When you have no muscle, you have no metabolism. So when you have no metabolism, the second that she stops jobbing up, she will put the weight back on because they say food noise. Food noise is created by the food you're eating. So
what's food noise?
So food noise is the constant need to eat. So when people, but it's an instant problem. That's what it is. So what you eat determines how much you eat. I've said this before to people. You can't eat 15 steaks, but you can eat 15 biscuits, because when you eat something that is going to satiate you, you do not want more of it. That gut to brain connection is fucking there. You eat something and it's like, I'm full. Because the fat's there, the protein's there. If you eat a packet of crisps, it's laced in God knows what. You don't get satiated and you want more. So what's happening is your insulin's going up. And when your insulin's constantly up, that's when fat cells grow. If your insulin isn't raised, fat cells can't grow. Yeah. So the food noise, as much as, I completely agree. If someone's in that state, then definitely intervention needs to fucking happen. But it's also slightly upsetting me that doctors are not giving people the right advice for the food as well. They're just giving this out to people. Like 10 stone people are getting it that probably could maybe do with maybe half a stone off. And all they're doing is jabbing up. They're not getting hungry. They're like, I've lost all the weight.
So is this, these skinny jabs? Yeah. You talked about black market, NHS, all this. Yeah. Are these skinny jabs like illegal then?
I think some people that are selling them online, like there's people that are selling them in the fucking sunbed shop. Right. So I was out for tea about 3 weeks ago, and I went to the loo before we ordered. It was tapas bar. I love tapas bar.
Bang on.
Oh, it's so good. And I went to the loo, and these two girls were talking, and they were both really slim. They were gorgeous. They only must have been about 18, 19, I think. And one of them was saying, well, my dad found out that I took it and he went fucking off it, but it's only because I passed out. And I couldn't help but be like, I was looking over my shoulder. I was like, trying to wash my hands like subtly, like I'm not listening. And I turned around and she went, you're that nutritionist, aren't you? I went, maybe. Maybe. She went, I'm talking about the skinny jab. I went, what the fuck are you taking that for? She went, I want to lose weight for Ibiza. I said, mate, I'm not being funny. You are absolutely beautiful. You don't have any weight to lose. And she was visibly a bit upset, do you know what I mean? Like, and her friend was going, fucking shout at her. And I did. I called her a silly goose. That works better sometimes. But she, like, and it was like, there's a point where people, yes, there's a lot of people that do that are generally past the point of like just go eating a bit less or whatever have you. But now every fucker's doing it because they want to have that really, really, really quick fix and not thinking about the repercussions later of what it's doing in the bodies. It can promote thyroid cancer.
Well, look, so before we go any further, we agree. People who are in an absolutely massive state, have tried absolutely everything under the sun, not getting anywhere. That's better than, say, getting your tummy cut in half. Yeah?
Yeah, because that can stretch, can't it? You can get a gastric... Is it a gastric sleeve?
I don't know. Isn't there
I think
something
you can
where
stretch
you can...
them.
I think there's an operation where you can have your part of your stomach cut away, and then forever it's just tiny.
Oh, yeah, it can. But I think you can actually expand it if you start eating more again.
Can you?
Yeah, I think that's a...
Would you
there's
say...
a balloon as well, I think.
That's it. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, there's a balloon as well.
Would you say that the skinny jabs are better than that? If you had to pick one?
Oh, if I had to pick one.
Yeah.
Oh, the problem is, it's not really a problem. There's actually food. So it's GLP-1, and there's actually certain foods that activate the GLP-1 in the body. So things like avocados, all that kind of stuff, it can actually activate it and have the same effect without the side effects.
What? So eating avocados can make you skinny?
No, like there's certain foods that are going to have the same effect on your body. So they're going to actually make you feel full and get rid of that food noise. So even a high protein animal based diet would have the same effects as Ozempic without the fucking side effects. But the problem is some people, I've heard people before saying, well, it's all right because I'm eating a Greg still, but I'm losing weight because I'm on the jab. I don't like that mentality because to me, they don't deserve to get the congrats for doing it because they haven't really done fuck all. Like, that sounds awful, but it's kind of true. If people are really trying and they change their habits while they're doing it and they're getting the support, then okay. But I don't know. I just feel a bit funny about it. I think it's going to cause quite a lot of problems in the future for people. It can promote osteoporosis as well, which is worrying as fuck. Makes your bones frail.
Yeah, I have heard that. Again.
Have you seen Ozzy Osbourne? Sharon Osbourne.
What, has she been on it?
She looks horrendous. She wants to sue them.
Isn't she just old?
No, she's old and skinny, but she's been taking the jab and she's actually saying now that she wants to sue them because she's like dying.
Yeah, look, I've seen it doing the rounds. You know, it's sort of got popular, didn't it, over the last 6 to 12 months, this jab. I've heard people saying, you know, what you've just said about, you know, it starts eating away at your muscles and shit and you end up frail.
Put the weight back on as well because obviously when you've lost the fat and the muscle, when you stop jabbing up, where the muscle's been, you won't only put the fat back on where the fat is, you'll put the fat back on where the muscle's been. So you'll have no metabolism. You'll be walking around like a bag of yoghurt.
So I guess
it's just a bit worrying.
The alternative could be, right, for these people who have tried everything.
Yeah.
And before they take the jab, what they could do is get in touch with Nick Patterson.
They could do, to be fair. That wasn't a plug. That was a genuine idea. We did not discuss that beforehand.
So just out of curiosity, right, let's say I was that person.
Yeah.
Right? I'm 28 stone. I'm 40 years old.
Yeah.
It's a miracle I don't have diabetes. Tried for 10 years. Can't stop eating. And I'm saying, do you know what, Nick, I've tried everything.
Yeah.
And you're saying, and I'm saying, look, Nick, before you say anything, I've tried it. I've had nutritionists try and help me. All that happens is I do it for a bit, and then as soon as they're not looking, I just sneak off and get me pizza.
Yeah.
Like, what can you tell me that nobody else has told me? Like, the other people haven't told me.
The problem is, it's not what there's a lot of people who get the information and they know everything. They don't do it. There's some people that don't know anything and do it. It's not.
Say that again.
So there's a way of putting it. It's not what you know. It's what you do. You can give someone all the information in the world and you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it fucking drink.
Yeah, for the most part, these people who are large are in this state. I bet most of them know, yeah, of course, I know how to not be. It's exercise regularly, eat these things, but I can't do this.
Yeah.
So how do you reprogram somebody? That's the thing.
A lot of it's down to the food they're eating because if they're eating certain things that are triggering them, it's a case of going through it because that's what I think I don't struggle with it, but online, I think we spoke about this last time, there's so much conflicting information.
Oh, yeah.
But nutrition isn't nuanced. There's certain people that, I mean, the carnivore diet is great for people with maybe an autoimmune disease or if they've got maybe type 2 diabetes, but for the likes of other people, that might not fucking work for them. Every single person is fucking different, which is why people should, if they're in that kind of state, get in touch with someone to tune into their own body and find out what they fucking need. You can't just copy off a girl that's in a fucking bra and pants going, this is what I eat in a day to stay lean. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why I eat in a day? Do one of them.
Yeah.
Because not everyone's completely different. You need more protein than me. You're a guy. Like, everyone is completely different, and what might work for one person might not work for another person. So you need to tune in with your body and work out what your body needs.
So I don't know if we did touch on this before, but this is what you do.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I don't know if I wasn't listening last time, but how do you tune into someone's body then? What do you do?
You first go over things like if anything particularly maybe got intolerances to stuff like that.
How would I know that? Oh, you mean if stuff makes me like sick and stuff?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what if there wasn't? If I don't think so.
Just kind of go through what you're eating at the minute and just gradually work through it. Because when I sign people up, it's not a case of doing like a monthly thing with them. They pay a one-off price and then I'm there for the duration. So it's kind of seeing how they react to certain foods, how they're feeling, what their digestion's like, if they've still got maybe bad belly pain if they get it. A lot more people now that I've noticed are getting in touch with me, not because they want to lose weight, because they want to fucking feel better. They want to fucking feel better. There's people that are knackered all the day. Like, people shouldn't be constantly tired.
You have to also think hormones are part of it.
Of course they are.
But
Girls
then-
have got to eat very differently, guys. I touch on fasting with quite a lot of people now.
How do you feel about that?
I fucking love fasting.
How long for?
Amazing. I do a 72-hour one twice a year.
It's
So good,
Oh,
mate.
I'm sure, yeah.
It's dead good.
You know, within these fasts, like
Yeah.
just water. Is that all you do?
Water and electrolytes.
Crazy.
And peppermint tea is quite good as well. And black
Just don't
coffee.
I'd end up eating a cup.
Yeah, I'd end up like passing out, you'd think, surely. No, like your body can.
You've got to think, right? So the food industry have told us to eat 3 meals a day and 3 snacks a day to make them money. We don't need to be constantly fucking eating like that.
You don't need to eat like that, no.
Of course you don't. Like, we need to give our bodies a chance to digest the food we've just fucking eaten the last meal.
So it goes back to Neanderthals, right?
Of course it
You
does.
think?
Our ancestors went out hunting like once a month.
Yeah, and they caught a gazelle once every 3 or 4 days.
Exactly.
Dragged that back, cooked it, ate it, and that was it.
And they didn't check the calories on the gazelle.
No.
No, they just ate it.
Literally.
So I think a lot of people are so thingy with the like, breakfast, lunch, tea. We're just all stuck in this gluttonous nation where we feel like we've got to be constantly eating. Like, fasting for me, without sounding like an absolute hippie, it's quite a spiritual experience. It's quite a gratitude thing because you really do. You tap in and your hunter-gatherer kicks in as well.
You know what, this thing, right? The thing is, once upon a time, but I'll just talk about me personally.
Yeah.
I love talking about me.
You go for it. You have the mic now.
That was a joke, by the way. So if I was just natural, if I let myself do my thing, right, I'd be quite happy eating once a day. So that's all I would actually like need to do, one big meal a day. But the problem is, and this isn't really myth, it's hitting your protein goals. You know, to hit your protein goal, I need 200 grams. Scott will need about 200 grams a day of his protein, give or take, Scott, right?
I think you're on about 200, aren't you? We don't even really think that anymore, do you? Nah.
I think that's what it is. I think
Yeah.
I think I'm supposed to be eating about, what is it, one pound for every thing you weigh?
How much do you weigh?
Just shy of 200 maybe.
Yeah, give or take, yeah, to be fair.
Yeah, give or take, 180, 200, you know.
Well, your
okay.
body can digest up to 100 grams at a meal.
Yeah, but that's only half.
I know.
So then, basically, the only other way to do it is smashing protein shakes in. And you've got to smash 3 of them a day. Like, I don't know, like, then there's the whole thing of, like, should you just, you know... So that's the thing. Like, the hunter-gatherer thing, well, one thing we do know is hunter-gatherers weren't getting enough protein. We know that for a fact.
Yeah.
They might, because they were famished, they might be
Yeah.
able to smash 150, 200 grams in one sitting, but that was for 3 days.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, they're all famished. They're all emaciated pretty much all the time. But
yeah.
So that's the thing about fasting and stuff. That's the thing that's always worried me. I get it,
It is
cleansing.
really, I think you get to about, I think at 72 hours you reset your entire immune system.
Right.
It's definitely, I'd say for everyone to give it a go at least once. I wouldn't do it regularly. And girls have got to fast completely differently to guys because we've got fucking hormones and shit. You've only got 1 hormone. We've got 4.
Guys have estrogen and shit too.
I know, but we've got to take in consideration our menstrual cycle. Because
Right.
if you fast at certain points in your menstrual cycle, it can really, really, really affect you.
Can it?
So I can't fast the week before my period. My body's already going through a lot of fucking stress as it is anyway.
Yeah.
So the week before my period, I can't fast at all. And
Right.
I've got to have more carbohydrates because my body's about to bleed. And it can really, really fuck a girl up, honestly. It's
Welcome
not
to People Like
nice.
Us. We're here with Nick, telling us about a
No
period.
ovaries, no opinion. But guys, you can fast anytime you want.
Right,
I would seriously recommend everyone give it a go.
right.
Because when the hunter-gatherer kicks in, basically, you actually feel really focused because your brain is like alert 'cause it's looking for food.
This is true, this.
Swear down, though, it's really good, isn't it?
So, do you know what, right? As a rule, back in the day, when we
in
used
the
to do
day.
like daytime podcasts, I would make sure I didn't eat during the day because your alertness, your mental clarity,
Yeah.
how you think.
Yeah.
I mean, my day at work is literally a game of two halves. When I get into work, up until the point I eat, which is about 1 PM,
Yeah.
I'm on it. I'm not Superman, but I'm the best version of me.
Yeah, you
Think
will be.
fast, focused. Everything's just flying. No, like fuzziness at all. And I'll eat healthy. I'll eat Greek yogurt. You
Yeah.
know, bit of Manuka honey.
Love Greek yogurt.
Some what they call blueberries, shit like that. Maybe a walnut or
blueberries.
two. You know what I'm saying?
Walnuts are so good for you.
Aren't they good for you?
They're shaped like a brain as well.
They are. So, but then post yogurt and walnuts, you give it an hour, just fuzz.
Yeah.
Can't think straight. Just numb. Feel like you're in a dream like this all day. You know, down. Not as happy as you did in the morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, where I'm going with it is, yeah, I can see that in fasting, but like I say, that's you live on borrowed time because sooner or later you're gonna have to eat.
Oh yeah, 100%. I wouldn't really recommend if someone's just thinking about fasting, because I get like quite a lot of people message me. They're like, "Oh, I want to fast to lose some weight," and I'm like, "That's not the point of it. Like, you don't fast. You might drop a few pounds in a couple of days if you're doing it, but that's not the point of why you're doing it."
How often do you think, if people were to fast, how often do you think they should be fasting?
Which person? A
Okay.
woman or a man? Or Roy?
Both answers, except Roy.
So a woman, I would say, try and do a 36-hour fast maybe once a month.
Right.
But be wary of obviously your cycle and stuff. And then a man, I would probably say do a long one about 3 or 4 times a year.
When
But
you say a
maybe
long
do like
one-
a 40-hour one once a month.
How long is a long one?
72 hours.
What, 3 or 4 times a year?
Yeah, I'd probably say so. I did one when it was in COVID. I was bored. Really bored. And I did a 3-day water fast. But you've got to make sure you're breaking it with the right stuff, so you can't just do a fast and then be like, "Oh, I'm going to get a McDonald's." Kind of defeats the fucking object, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just cleanse your system and then you're going to whack a Big Mac in.
Right.
So you've got to be careful what you break it with. You've got to break it with like bone broth, something light, and then like maybe mince and avocado.
So like, you talked earlier when we started this show about the gut microbiome.
Yeah.
Right?
You like that word, don't
yeah,
you?
I do, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
You said it takes about 10 days.
Yeah.
Well, could you not just fast for 3 days and then have it boxed off?
Well, no, because you haven't really sorted out your sort of insulin and stuff as well, though. You haven't really changed your palate.
Right.
So, I mean, to be fair, though, I think people are quite surprised when they speak to me about the food and stuff, because they realise that the biggest thing for me was telling them that they don't have to miss out on fuck all. You can make a lot of good food, because a lot of shit food comes from a good food source. Like a burger is probably one of the best meals you can eat if you make it right. You go to McDonald's, a bit fucking shite.
Let me, because I'm a fan of the burger.
I love a nice
So
burger.
how does one make a burger that's right, in your opinion?
Sourdough bun,
Right?
grass-fed burger, Parmesan cheese.
Right.
That's a nice meal.
Where would one get a grass-fed bun?
We go to Hutchinson
sorry.
Yam. It's Hutchinson Hobbs and Yam. It's, oh my God, it's so good.
Hang on, did you say a grass-fed bun?
No, a grass-fed burger.
I was thinking,
So the mince.
I pictured buns on the field pasturing. And I was thinking, I don't think that's real.
Grazing.
Catch that bun.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
They're using the gum with the arrowroot powder in
Yeah,
to
yeah,
catch the bun.
that's what
Yeah,
it is, yeah.
There we go.
So you sourdough, right?
Yes, sourdough's amazing.
Why?
It's fermented.
Fermented.
Yeah. So
So
it
it's mouldy.
takes. Yeah, and there's no like. I mean, there's some bread in the supermarket now that's got fucking. It says no added sugar. Why does bread need sugar anyway? It's a
Sure,
bit
yeah,
mental.
I suppose.
But sourdough's got like 3 ingredients. Have you been to Baker Man in town? Mm-mm. Oh my God, they do like a Parmesan black pepper bread. It's
Sourdough?
won awards. Some
Award bread.
humans haven't won awards. This fucking bread has. It's mint.
Nearly all humans haven't won awards.
At least
bread
not
has.
one person in this room has won an
I
award.
know. What does that say about us? The bread.
You have. Oh, right, okay.
No.
No.
I'm interested, Nick. So
Yes.
last time we saw you, I can't remember your exact diet, but it involved a lot of steak and eggs. That's what you were eating a lot of the time.
Yeah.
You've been on this sort of health and sort of wellness and eating palaver for quite some time now.
Yeah.
Has your diet changed much since you've started Nictriction, or are you just still grinding on the steak and eggs?
I feel like if you're going to advise people to do something, you have to also walk the walk as well.
Yeah, 100%.
It would be very wrong of me to tell someone to eat a grass-fed bun and be sat there in secret nailing Haribo. I think because I believe in it so hardly, because I think because it makes me feel so fucking good, I'm so passionate about it. Like, it generally has changed my life so much, eating this way. I could never have done anything. I said it was autism last time, which it might be, but I could not think as clearly, get as much shit done, do what I've done if I wasn't eating this way. There is absolutely no cat and chantel.
So just on like, what does a day, remind us, what does a day look like for you in food?
A day. So I'll have, depending on if I'm fast or not, I'll have some sauerkraut.
What's that?
It's like fermented cabbage. I don't make it sound that nice, but it is actually really good. Like kimchi and stuff like that. Have you heard of that before?
No.
Very good for your gut.
Yummy.
Very good for your
Sounds
gut.
yummy.
It's honestly, the Chinese eat loads of fermented foods.
Is it nice?
It's really
All right,
good.
okay, we'll see.
Always
Also-
get the one with live cultures on though, because it means it's alive.
But they also
And it's
eat
really
dogs,
good.
Nick.
Don't eat any dogs.
No.
No.
Zero Roy's.
I'll have my sauerkraut, then I'll, have a Roy. Yeah, I'll have my sauerkraut before me food.
So girls getting up and
Yeah.
having mouldy cabbage.
I'll go for you not. I'm not saying this properly.
Right, so listen, that's how we start the day, ladies and gentlemen. Mouldy
I'll
cabbage.
go for a walk first, though.
So walk.
I like a nice walk. It sets the day up. I won't look at my phone for the first hour of the day either.
Right.
That's a big one.
Right.
Do you look at your phone first thing on a day?
Yes.
Stop doing it.
Okay.
You're not going to.
No.
I didn't believe
Thing
you
is,
for
you know
1
what it
second
is?
there.
No, I'm backward. Like, I'm not somebody who I don't have no friends. Like, no one's texting
I'm
me.
your friend.
Like, most people, like, do you know what I have a problem with? But mine's backward. I can't do social media enough. I forget. Days go by and I'm like, oh shit, Instagram. And I fucking
That's good, though.
For some reason, that's just missed me.
That's good.
And I forget to check socials.
You might be the only person in the
I
world
know.
who's ever said that.
But my phone never stops. And what I mean by that is not people neither, because there ain't no one texting me.
Yeah.
I get up, do me thing. Mm-hmm. Within 5 minutes, I'm playing a YouTube or a podcast.
Right,
So
okay.
it's talking. I'm
Yeah.
never looking at it. It's talking all the time.
That's
Everywhere I
not
go,
too
it's
bad
talking,
then.
it's talking. But I'm not staring at it.
That's not too bad then.
Emails, stuff like that.
Yeah,
but no.
because it's the blue light, because obviously our circadian rhythm's really important. So I always, on a morning, I keep my phone on charge downstairs. It's nowhere near my bed.
No way.
Nowhere near
How
my
do you
bed.
get up then?
I just naturally wake up.
No, you don't.
Swear down.
Shut up, Nick.
Please, will you vouch for me on this one?
You ain't just
Swear.
cock-a-doodle.
I don't wake up and go, I go, right, and he runs in. It's cute as fuck, honestly. The dog wakes me up now. No, I just naturally wake up.
What time? Don't say like 11, because like that's anyone could do that.
Oh, no, about 6:30, 7:15.
What time are you going to bed?
About 10:30.
Right.
Yeah.
You just 6:30 up. Imagine that's how far. Just natural.
Well, it's a good
don't wake up
time to go
screaming,
to
it's
bed.
mint.
Like,
I know, yeah. That's it.
A big thing for me is though I've been wearing on a night time when the sun goes in, I've been putting my blue light blocker glasses on.
Sorry, what now?
Swear now. Blue light blocker glasses.
Right.
I've gone full circle since I was last here. Last time I was here, I was like, eat a steak. Now I'm like, wear your glasses. No, they basically, so when the sun goes down, we shouldn't be watching artificial light because it can really muck up our melatonin, which is what helps you go to sleep.
Right.
So if you put your blue light block glass on, it blocks out the blue light and it helps you sleep a lot better. It makes your brain calm.
What do they
for
look like?
midday.
Just normal glasses?
They're like orange glasses.
What,
Cool as fuck.
like orange
Mate, honestly,
glass?
it's hilarious, you know. It's a good thing I've already got him and we're engaged. He's fucking stuck me now. I've got my blue light blotter glasses on. I've got my still bonnet on. I look like a fucking mental chef. It's off it, honestly. I'm sat there, I'm like, sexy, aren't I? He's like, absolutely not.
Watching the telly with your glasses on. Yeah.
Swear down.
Listen, I've got age is the thing, right? I'm not like where you are with the glasses yet. But picture the scene, right?
Okay.
You know, we all lived a life once, Nick. Do you know what I
Course
mean?
we did.
We're all very different once.
Of course
you know?
we were.
But
Definitely.
where would you find Dan Brown now at the ripe age of 40 years old going to bed, right? You think, oh yeah, picture me. No. So this is what we got. I told you about my nose. Did I tell you
Yeah.
about that? Can't breathe out my nose now. That's a new thing. Happened about 6 months ago. I have to use a sprayer all the time.
No way.
Yeah. Lasts a couple of hours and it'll just gone. So then I can't breathe. Obviously, I know the importance of breathing out your nose and shit, right?
Yeah.
So what I discovered is the way I sleep now, I prop myself up in a right angle in bed, alone, right? So I'm propped right up,
Right.
listening to an audiobook, normally about Jesus, right?
Oh, I love
I smother, Vicks all over my chest.
Thanks.
And I rub it in my beard like that, so it goes up to my nose, and I get them patches, that like open your airways, but I've got quite a big snout, so I have to
Yeah.
put 2 on. So you'll see me in bed now, you would think, never, that's Raj. So my hair's down, right? So I'm propped up straight like this, right? With Vicks on my chest. All you can hear is, and the passage and John in the Bible, and I'm just set up straight like this, right? When I've got a bad arm, so I have to prop my arm up on pillows, so I'm sat like this, with these nose things on, going, right? Honestly, you walked in no one sleeps in my house, as you can imagine.
No one's robbing you like
No one, mate, honestly.
Do you ever have them moments though when you're thinking about that and what you used to be like, and you're just like, what the
Listen,
how has this happened?
I just utter the phrase to myself, how the mighty have fallen. I remember once I was a sword wielding, knight of the round table, shing. I didn't sleep 2 hours, slept on the floor.
The ball on the floor.
Yeah, literally. Not now, no.
No, I love sleep.
Gone, yeah.
Need my sleep. That's a brilliant image you just
And
created
it's
for everyone there.
100% factual.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I wake
believe
up
you.
every half an hour for a wee.
Try not drinking any liquids before you go to bed for an hour.
But I'm thirsty.
I know.
It's
know.
natural, innit? I can't say don't be thirsty. It's just it. What you're supposed to do. Like,
But, Nick, I'm fucking thirsty. Get that salt in your water, man. Get
I've
some
got the electrolyte stuff. I've got it. I just drink a lot of that. That's all that happens.
Just carry on getting up then. If it works for you, it works for you. But the blue light blocker glasses are a game changer.
Right. So
I
I'll put
do
them on
enjoy
as well.
them.
Imagine them with the glasses
yeah.
on.
Yeah, just rest them on the nose.
He's trying to add to it, not help me. Stick some glasses on and all. Oh, God. Where's this going,
Fuck's sake.
Southpaw, you've got all this to look forward to, mate.
No, I don't,
know,
mate.
yeah.
Get him there, 25, full of youth, full of testosterone. Doesn't have a clue, does he?
Nah, you know what? You've not even been born yet, hun. You don't know you've been born.
All
I
coming
feel
for you,
born.
This, mate.
Yeah.
You haven't
no.
even felt the tip of life's dick yet.
Yeah.
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 I feel like I have.
It's going to be a
Hang
clip,
on.
isn't it?
Never heard that before.
The tip of life's dick.
Tip of his dick.
Nictriction, sans shoes.
Oh, Christ.
Oh my God. Fuck's sake.
We need to put that on the wall somewhere.
Really? I'm putting that in the cafe.
Yeah. Next with all the kids coming through.
Get your apple slapped
It could be your tagline for your business. Nutrition, helping you feel the tip of life's dick.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, man, that was funny. I enjoyed that a lot.
Jesus Christ.
Where the fuck were we?
I don't know.
That's fair.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know where we were,
Nutrition.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, honestly. No, we did. So let's forget about the cabbage, because that didn't go down too well.
Right, so fermented cabbage to start the day.
Yeah, just to make me gut nice and happy. And then I'll probably have like eggs, mince, and avocado.
Mince.
Mince.
What, like polos?
Yes, a big plate of polos.
And what?
Mint. So mince, avocado, and 3 eggs.
You mean mince beef?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It's really nice.
So you're having beef and avocado for your dinner.
Well, me brekkie.
That's a bit
Breakfast
hardcore,
is
that,
just breakfast is the first meal that breaks you fast. Doesn't need to be something
So
that's
it's not even midday?
statistically breakfast related.
So it's not even midday, and you've already smashed in cabbage and beef mince.
Mate, it keeps me full all day.
I bet.
I'm that busy, right? I haven't got time to think about my next meal, do you know what I mean? So I'll just crack on my day. But because I've had a high protein, high fat meal first thing, me blood sugars are completely fucking stabilised. I ain't going to get hungry.
No.
Like, I'm literally generally not hungry. That's not being good. I'm just literally not hungry.
Proper satiated to death.
Satiated to the high fucking heavens.
Proper full of satiation.
Can't see for satiation.
Can't see for satiation.
Satiation for the nation. And then I'll get on my date. I might have a collagen coffee, see what happens.
Get wild.
Yeah, go loose. And then I'll have like steak and sweet potato for my tea.
Right. So that's an average there.
Yeah.
It never differs too far from that.
If I go to the gym, I like having dates with butter in to give me a bit of energy.
Oh, I understand what you mean now.
Dates. Dark chocolate as well. I love dark chocolate in dates. You cut a date in half, whack a bit of chocolate in the middle, and the fats level out with the sugar from the date, so it kind of stops any spikes, but it also keeps you a bit more full.
Right.
And then I do like cottage cheese with maple syrup. That's nice.
Maple syrup, innit?
Swear down.
Just sugar in it.
No, it's from a fucking tree, man. It's a superfood.
Right.
It's
a
really nice.
superfood.
Yeah, well, kale's
know
not
what?
a superfood. It's maple syrup is.
No way.
Don't know.
I'd love to have maple syrup all the time.
Fucking have maple syrup, mate. It's so nice in coffee.
Is it? But it's like treacle in it. Treacle's just sugar in it.
Treacle is pretty processed from the one in the golden syrup tins
Yeah,
and stuff like
limes.
that. Nah, get maple syrup. It's so much better. Or raw honey.
Right.
I got a guy for raw honey. His uncle's a beekeeper. So I got all my
I
raw
mean, he'd
honey.
have to be, wouldn't he?
It takes. Beekeepers are actually the happiest people on the earth because bees release serotonin.
Really?
Be a beekeeper.
Be a beekeeper.
Be a beekeeper.
I know a job that's better than a beekeeper.
Go.
The Royal Swan Marker. Imagine that.
Oh my God. Or the Dr. Pimple Popper.
That's sick, man. What is it with... Like, I don't
Love
mean to
that
sound
job.
sexist, but that is... I've never heard a male say that, ever. But I've heard multiple females say that.
It's so... I don't know what it is.
What is it with you ladies?
I've
and
got no
popping things?
idea. Like, I always watch the videos, mate. I know it's gross, but we're all friends here. It's just really satisfying.
I like it, dear.
But I think the swan thing's a bit more wholesome.
Of course. Knocking about with swans all day. Imagine that.
Some swan for one swan.
Yeah, it's going up the River Thames.
That
a
would
little
be...
feather in your hat,
That would be amazing.
you know.
That would be a really
Talking
good
to
job.
swans.
To be fair, actually, I've just remembered there was something else I want to talk about. Do you know Anthony Hutton?
I do.
Yes. So he has asked me, because obviously I'm very much into the grounding, meditation, cold water therapy, all that kind of stuff. I love it. I think it's fucking mint. He's asked me because he was doing the men's mental health group with the box and stuff down Hampstead Forest. He did a women's group and it was really popular. The girls loved it, but because he's got a family and stuff, it's taken up quite a lot of his time to do both. But he's asked me to be an ambassador for the women's group. So I take the women's group under my company, but like collaborate with him.
It's a good
I'm
idea.
meeting him next Wednesday to talk about it. Because I think that would give a lot of girls something on a weekend, because it kind of comes down to a lot to do with the alcohol and the drinking side of things. I think when you take something away, you need to put something in its place. So having the option of giving some people that, oh, well, you can do this with me on Sunday, go down a waterfall and stuff, would be quite nice for them to do.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that as well. I think that'll be really good.
You pretty much, that's in the bag then, you're going to be
Yeah.
doing. So just again, what this will be like it's not a retreat, it's like a day thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you
yeah.
basically mooch up in a group. There'll be a
Yeah,
few
go
people.
for a walk, talk to people. Because
Yeah.
people don't talk anymore, Dan.
Girls talk all the time.
Yeah, and send screenshots.
All the time. Yeah, screenshots, group messages. Yeah.
We talk quite a lot, but a lot of people aren't connected anymore. Like, we're on our phones talking to people. It's not the same.
I don't know. I disagree. I think we're more connected than we ever have been. I think that's the problem. I think we're too connected. I actually think
I
it's the
need
other
some
way.
time. I'm on my own.
No, but she's right. Disconnected in a way. You know that
Fam,
screen's not
honestly,
the same.
I think I disagree. I think instead of people getting in groups and all, I think you need to sit down by yourself and do a jigsaw. That's
Oh,
what
I
I
love a
think.
jigsaw.
Spend some time on your own. Turn the phone off and sit with your own thoughts. That's
You know
what you want to be
though?
doing.
You have to be your own best friend. You have to be able to spend time on your own. That is such a big thing that a lot of people can't do. And I think that's quite sad. So if you can't spend time on your own, I want to get a jigsaw now.
Because there's always that feeling that you're missing something, isn't it?
Fear of missing out.
Yeah, fear of missing out.
Yeah. I don't get that anymore.
No, I don't.
I love my little life.
Used
so-
to a lot.
Oh my God, yeah. You used to see someone Snapchat of them going out and that. I'd be like, oh, I want to go out.
Yeah.
But then when you get there, it's not even that good. It's just that feeling of like they're doing stuff without me. You feel a bit uneasy about it, but I love spending time on my own now.
Yeah, it's the
Absolutely
best.
love
innit?
it. Absolutely love it. And what you do in your own time, that's who you really are, not what you are in front of people.
Oh God, I don't like me very much. Then I sit on the couch with a pack of biscuits, farting.
The right angle.
Yeah, in the right angle with a blocked nose, watching murder.
Vicks.
Yeah, that's shit, I'm a mess. I like pretend me better, you know. Oh well, that was quite a scary statement, there, Nick. You are who you are when you're on your own.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah.
What I mean is, like, there's a lot of people that put an act on in front of people and what they kind of want to be in front of people when realistically they don't have to. You don't need to put a show on in front of people. Just be who you are. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It sounds right. Sounds good. Be who you are. You know, I do agree with that. That's what you should do. But often it's difficult to be who you are, I think, to just be you. Sometimes you do need to put a character on, let's just say.
Yeah, I think if you're maybe nervous about going into something that you've never done before, you have to put a little bit of an act of confidence on and stuff like that. You have to kind of like thingy, but I don't mean like completely change who you are.
No.
To fit in with people. You can alter your conversation bearing who your audience is. Like I wouldn't speak like I do to maybe Scott that I would do to other people. You can sort of like adapt to your audience a little bit. But yeah, I think again, maybe I think you're right. We are a bit maybe too connected and people need to spend a bit more time on their own.
Jigsaws, man. That's where it's at, you
I'm going to
know.
go and buy a jigsaw tomorrow.
Colouring in book.
Oh, I love a colouring in
When was the
book.
last time you did a colouring in book?
Not that long ago.
They're hard, you know.
I know. But I
Remember?
always stay in the lines.
Always.
Always stay in the lines. I actually, because Scott's not great at, he's gone. I hope he's not actually gone because that's my fucking lip.
I
But
think.
he's not good at colouring in books.
No, you know what, right? Because he doesn't do well sat down for very long. I'm very proud of him tonight. He's done really well. But he doesn't do well sat down very long. He gets a little bit like he wants to do something all the time. This man's got no chill. We went on holiday and it was a 3-hour flight and I knew he was going to complain. I just could feel it. And we weren't sat next to each other and part of me was like, thank God. So I could just read. So I got him a colouring book and he was all right for half an hour and he really enjoyed it. And it kind of like mindfulness, isn't it? Like you're doing something and the noises have kind of gone a little bit and you can just sort of like zone out. Very good.
Did you keep it all in the line, Scott?
Tried
Tried.
my best.
A few mishaps.
Playing with shaking.
Yeah, well, it's not your fault,
Yeah,
is it?
he
Yeah.
did well though. It was
Bit
good.
of turbulence
It kept him occupied, do you know what I mean?
Are we talking felt tips or crayons?
Oh, felt tips.
Felt tips.
Yeah, felt tips all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a good felt tip. When it
I'm
goes
gonna-
smoothly across the pit. Oh my God, it's amazing.
Yeah. But how bad is it when you drew something with black felt tip? You're colouring it in with coloured felt tip, but the colour hits the black. And then what you've done is you've fucked your orange felt tip because now you've got black in your orange felt tip.
There's
And
nothing worse.
Nothing worse.
Nothing. There's literally
isn't.
nothing. We could go through this for a long time and there is literally nothing worse than that situation.
So
Yes.
you've, the business is absolutely flying by
Yeah.
the sounds of it. You've got this, what is it? Is that a contract with the school? Is that what it is? Like a contract, I guess?
I think,
a gig?
well, I think it's sort of like,
It's a gig. It's a
Yeah,
gig.
yeah.
You got a gig.
yeah.
You got a belter of a gig.
I know.
That's
I'm
what
really
you've got.
excited.
Absolute
A lot
belter.
of pressure, but I'm excited. I'm really
Yeah.
excited. I think I am a bit nervous, but I think that's important to be nervous. It means it means something to you.
Yeah, of course. 100%.
But I want to do, because there are 2 people that I've hired. One of them is really good at like baking, but it's all things that are really good for you. So there's like growth spurt cookies and like brownies that are going to help with the like.
Growth spurt cookies.
Swear down.
Can I get some of them?
Yes, I brought some of them.
I think I need some of them, but not you. You know what I mean?
Like,
Yeah, I bought the goods, don't we, guys?
Be a lot of
Um,
male customers for those.
Fantastic. Let's go.
Oh, not that kind.
No. I actually need to grow a few inches. It'd be great. Not down there.
okay,
Thank you very
that's
much.
Yeah.
All good down there, Southpaw.
Just, yeah, hung like a horse, you know?
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, loads of things for the kids, like oat and honey bars, all that kind of stuff that's going to be really nice for them. And then obviously the meals that I'm going to be setting out. But I need to finalise the menu with the nursery manager, make sure that's okay. And then, yeah, September, it's all open and go.
Beautiful.
I'm very excited.
And obviously, as well, you did also mention it's going to be the Sunday lunches, the cafe.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is maybe just once a month do the Sunday lunches.
Right.
But I don't know, I'll see how I think about that. I want to do like theme nights as well, like a curry night. But I want to get Just Eat involved so people can actually order.
That's where it's obviously that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Because most people are going to want to.
I do think though people are starting to tap into a little bit more health conscious wise. I think recently there was a little bit more. Have you been to Manor, the juice shop in town?
I have indeed. Beautiful. Really good.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Is
really
it?
good.
Yeah, my childhood friend Leandra, she owns it. She's done amazing. And when you walk in, it's got such a nice feel to it. But it's all like fresh juices and they've got little snacks and stuff like that. It's gorgeous. It's really nice. You really should give it a go. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like smoothies and stuff.
Smoothies and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've seen it opened. It's on Grange Road, right?
It is indeed, yeah. I actually went down and took some photos.
I'm so happy for
yeah,
her.
Everybody that's been to that, what's it called again?
Manor.
Manor.
Yeah.
Everybody
Manor
that's
Organic.
been to Manor, I just hear them say, oh, you know the juice shop, but it's called Manor, right?
Yeah.
Everybody I've heard that have said they've been have absolutely buzzed off it.
Yeah.
They said it's absolutely banging.
It is gorgeous. I literally went in the other day and got like a fresh orange juice and it just tasted fucking divvy.
No way.
Oh my God, it was so nice.
Is it just oranges or they're putting
Yeah.
the turmeric in and all that jazz?
No, I got a little bit of, I think I got some olive oil in it. And
Olive oil?
Yeah.
In your orange juice?
Yeah. Yeah. And a bit of ginger and a little bit of turmeric. But it was just freshly fucking squeezed. It was like straight from the orange.
Right.
It's gorgeous. But I do think it's not just a trend people are jumping on. I think people are starting to realise that actually what we're eating day in, day out, it's more important than we thought it was.
100%. 100%.
It affects loads of things.
Of course it does. And do you know what? For the most part, I believe that if there was a good variety of healthy options on your Just Eat, your Deliveroo, your Uber Eats, blah, 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 Darlo Eats,
Yeah.
if you're in Darlington, I believe a lot of people, I wouldn't put a number on it, but I think a lot of people would prefer to go there
Yeah.
as opposed to the other stuff.
I hope so.
I think so.
I really hope so. I think it's gonna, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I was gonna read this out, and I've actually okayed it with this is how important like the food side of things is. So one of my clients signed up with me last year, and she sent me this message. I was gonna see if I could read it out, if that's okay,
Absolutely.
because it's really nice. It made me cry.
So what is
a
the
tear.
So this is a message that who sent you?
One of my clients.
One of your clients.
Yeah.
How long have you been working with them for?
Since September.
Since September.
Yeah.
And just before you read it, what is it that you've done for this client?
It'll say in the message.
Okay, let's go chat.
Yeah, it's awesome. Hi, God. Just hope you're all doing okay. I thought I'd drop you this, not to make you emotional. I hope it doesn't, but to say thank you. For me, starting out with no knowledge and out of touch of my hormones, doctors not knowing what to tell me, to tuning into my body and learning all about it. Not only did you help me learn how to manage my PCOS, you fixed me so hard I fell pregnant. Albeit of last Friday, that didn't last, and it was the universe's way of telling me, not quite yet, darling, but this is what you're capable of when it's your time. I'm taking it as a message. I'm not sure. Maybe it was to test me. I'll never be sure of the reason, but all I know is the doctors that told me I was infertile were wrong. I am. My body can do it. She just needs to get a tiny bit stronger first, but thank you from the bottom of my heart. I have never been so close to something that felt impossible.
Wow.
Wow.
Awesome. that is,
Amazing. Yeah, it really is.
I know.
And that's just one of 200. It's crazy.
Yeah.
To be fair, mate, I'm not being funny. There's been about 14 girls that have got pregnant with me.
Crazy. With
What
you
the
alone,
fuck?
that's like biologically impossible. No way.
But no, I think it speaks volume. I'm not saying I'm a fucking miracle worker. However, like, this is not just about losing weight to me. Yes, that is a big thing for a lot of people, but this is literally healing people from the inside fucking out, and it's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm taking it back. Miracles come in all shapes and sizes, and I do believe that is a bit of a miracle thing. Look, whether it was down to you or not, it doesn't matter. The fact is that person has taken that time to send that message because working with you has made her feel that way.
Yeah.
What you're doing and what, other people like you who do things
Yeah,
like you.
exactly.
It is like the world's a hard place. It's full of temptations and you know, like it's a difficult world to be in. And you've got somebody like you who has made it their mission to improve upon people's lives and benefit people, as opposed to, you know, people who work in McDonald's, it's not their fault, they're doing it for a job. Do you know what I mean? But it must be lovely to do something like that, where you are getting, you can genuinely see with your own eyes a client coming to you with an issue and maybe not totally resolving it, but giving them a help and putting them into that sort of frame of mind. It must be absolutely wonderful to feel that.
You know what it is, right? Everyone, no matter how everyone needs a hand holding sometimes.
Yeah.
Everyone needs a fucking cuddle. I don't just go on hunger people, but
A cuddle comes in different shapes and sizes too.
exactly, like everyone, this, like you said there, right? Life is sometimes so fucking difficult, and if you can just do one thing good for someone, just have that ripple effect. Because if you do something good for someone, they're going to do something good for someone else. It's a fucking domino effect, and it just spreads out. Like, what's the word for it? It's contagious.
Infection.
You know what I'm talking about,
I know
don't
what
you?
you're saying, yeah, that word.
That was going so well.
Carry on, just that word.
Yeah, like positivity, it's fucking contagious.
Yeah.
You be nice to someone. Being nice costs fuck all. It doesn't cost anything. Like, I mean, I know I charge for what I do, but I mean, I love taking clients food shopping. It makes me so happy. But even just doing something little for someone, if you're walking down the street, someone's got a nice hat on, tell them you like the hat.
Yeah.
Just be nice. Just be nice to people. It doesn't cost anything, and it can make such a big difference to someone's day. I actually said to that woman, I said to her, look, I think even though this wouldn't have happened last year, because when you've got PCOS, you've got to eat a certain way. People don't realise this because it can massively inflame the body and stuff like that. So that's to kind of help them with that. I said to her, I generally don't think you would have looked at this in a positive spin last year. It would have been something that you probably would have had a bit of a negative mindset. But because of the work you've done with me over the past year, you're now looking at this as like, this just isn't my time.
No.
And she's looked at it like a positive thing. And I think that's actually even more fucking beautiful.
It is, because you've changed her mentality maybe, or added to it.
Yeah.
Like you say, she was, by the sound of that message, she seems like she was told it's a no-go, right?
Yeah, she told us she would never, ever, ever get pregnant.
Right.
And she, yeah.
Yeah. Speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
You're doing good things, Nick.
Thank you.
And like you say, you're smiling at the world and the world's smiling back at you.
Of course it does.
It's all fitting into place.
You put a mouldy piece of fruit in a bowl, everything's going to get mouldy. Mm-hmm. Don't be the mould. I'm going to put that on a T-shirt.
Unless it's sauerkraut.
I know, yeah.
Listen, how long have we been rolling Southpaw?
We're coming up to 1.5 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, Scott, I'm so sorry.
Listen,
He's just deflated. Did you hear that?
man's been playing paddle. You know,
Have you heard about the paddle?
I've heard from a lot of people about the paddle, and I'm starting to think it might be something we need to get involved in. Southpaw.
I would love to go for a little game.
A little.
Yeah, I'd love to teach you how
It's
to play.
apparently, I tell you what, apparently it's really good. I'm going on Wednesday.
Everybody that's tried it once gets hooked.
Really?
Everybody I know that's give it a go now. Oh, I love this
So it's
game.
like a really wholesome version of crack.
Basically,
Yeah.
a better for you one.
Oh, man.
Like it was Scott's first day today, right, Scott?
Love this.
Hooked, right?
Hooked.
Well, you
Done.
did a taste session the other day, didn't you?
Yesterday, and I went straight to a match today.
See what I'm saying?
I mean, you get hyper fixated on stuff, but I can tell you actually generally really like this, and this is going to be a thing that I'm losing it in paddle.
Pretty much, yeah.
I can't remember a time before Scott played paddle.
I've got paddle, you've got Roy. We've got Roy.
We've got Roy. You're not leaving. Imagine if he left me for paddle.
I know, yeah. Imagine you left him for Roy.
You know what?
Do you know what I mean?
Touche.
It's a nightmare, that,
He
isn't it?
was talking last night about getting his own paddle for 150 quid. I was like, damn, do one session.
$4.50 for a paddle?
150. 150.
What? Still low. not
I know,
really
that's
that,
a
innit?
bit steep, that. Do you know what I mean?
But listen, he's going to be your next world champion, so he needs a good paddle, doesn't he? You've got to have a good paddle if you're going to be a world champion. You know?
How do you? Nicola Patterson.
Oof, like it. Nick, before we go, Southpaw needs his tea, so he's getting aggy. I can see his eyes.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
He's
That tea in the form of an injection of heroin, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's fair.
Thank
Before
you
we
very
go,
much.
spread some love. What we saying? What's next?
Oh my God, I don't even know.
I mean, you've got enough going on, to be fair.
I wouldn't mind maybe more schools getting involved in this.
I think that's going to happen, you know.
Yeah, I want it to be a bit of a ripple effect. Because what I want to do is, very quickly, I know you want to go, I want to get the data from when we start and see the difference and then put it out and say, look, this is what is happening.
Well, I think if you do that with the school, I believe that's... If you've got something black and white, you've got your analytics, let's say, your analytics and your data. I mean, it can't be argued with.
I'd be like Jamie Oliver.
As Del Boy said, what can't speak can't lie.
Exactly.
You get me.
Yep.
Nick Patterson, thank you again.
Oh, you are so welcome. Thanks for having me again.
Will you come back in
Yeah.
the near future and tell us how all this went?
Definitely. Yeah, 100%.
Ladies and gentlemen, that has been Nick Patterson. We have
you.
been People Like Us. Thank you for talking with people like us.
No problem.
End of the show. We'll see you next time.